Hey, Gemini, and welcome to your mid-month checkpoint reading. How about that for a jumper? We'll put her back in. So, Gemini, Spirit wants you to operate in the back half of your month from this simple question. Does this enrich me/my life? So if you're thinking about doing something, anything, ask yourself, does this enrich me? And the opposite, the inverse of that is, does this deplete me? Spirit is using the word enrich very deliberately because, of course, education is enrichment, right? Learning a skill is enrichment, and so is receiving lots of money. So ask yourself if activities that you are doing are enriching you or depleting you, and operate from there as a good baseline, okay? Okay, let's get into some cards for you. Thank you, Spirit, for tuning in for Gemini. Woo! Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, and Dominant People. Spirit, we want to know how you see Gemini in this moment, where you see them standing, what the current situation is, and how things are unfolding from there. We want to know the truth, always for the highest good of Gemini people. And what they need to know most, Spirit, what do you want to help Gemini orient to for their highest good in this mid-month? We are finishing Gemini season. What do you want to make Gemini aware of to create the future that is most joyful, fun, fulfilling? Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Enrich. I didn't know where she was going to land in the spread, Gemini, but if anybody in the deck is going to operate from a place of like, is this enriching me or depleting me? A Queen of Pentacles is pretty perfect. Is this enriching me or depleting me? You are going to be making some wise decisions, and it feels like taking better care of yourself this month. Love to see it. So, Queen of Pentacles, rest in your value. How's your body doing? That's something else that I'm hearing. Like, how energetic do you feel? How relaxed do you feel? If you feel crinkly, you need to create a little stretching practice, okay? If you're a little dehydrated, drink some water. Tune into your body because, Gemini, I'm an air sign, so I know that we can sometimes be disconnected from our body because we're up in our mind or we're off on a project and not even realizing, oh, I need to pee. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Don't do that. Spirit is talking about wisdom and deep intuitive signs, even from your body, as in like, I do or don't want to do this. I do or do not like this. I need more of this and less of that. So we have to kind of quiet our mind in order to hear the subtler messages from our body and from our intuition. And Spirit is asking you to do that. This could be quite a busy part of the month for you. I see 10 of Wands in the short-term future, so kind of trying to get something over the finish line is what I'm hearing. Excuse me. Now, you have quite a beautiful reading. Love to see it. 4 of Wands. Maybe some of you are still celebrating birthdays. 4 of Wands is party, family, community, joy, celebration. So happy home and happy homecoming, a good foundation. And again, Spirit is using this phrase. They're saying, and some of you may not be in that position, but what Spirit is saying is a good, joyful foundation is, does this enrich me? Does this friendship enrich me or deplete me? Does this habit enrich me or deplete me? It looks like you have a lot of wonderful elements around you, but you've got a lot of work to do. You do good work. That's something that Spirit is saying. So I'm not concerned about you. When I look at this 10 of Wands again, what Spirit keeps kind of telling me is like, a lot of you have something where it's like, I have to do this final push, or but I want to say don't go too hard. And there is a way of taking action from a place that is more, I want to use the phrase or the word wide. Like, we can try to squeeze things through a narrow passage of like, I'm going to force myself to do this big project I've been trying to do, even though I haven't slept and I haven't eaten and I didn't get a chance to yada, yada, yada. And then there's, okay, you know what? I have 2.5 more days to do this. Right now, I feel like absolute ass. So I'm going to take a shower and take a nap and fix myself a good dinner. And then I'm going to go to bed again. Yes. And then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to start this fresh. Not going to push through. That's kind of the vibe. Page of Cups in the situation arising. So good news is something that I'm hearing. Happy messages, good news, good luck. Very much stay open. If you're looking for an opportunity or to make a new connection, this looks like it's available here. The star is the heart of the matter. How oriented are you to your faith? I'm not talking about your religion, although your faith could apply to your religion. I'm talking about, do you act in accordance with your values? The Queen of Pentacles definitely does. And that is part of why she is so very rich and so very abundant, right? The star says, go with the flow. And that phrase does not mean go with what things that happen to you in your life. It means, where do you flow? When somebody says, do you want to go on this road trip with me? Does everything in you get excited? Or do, jangly feelings start to pop up? Go with the flow. If energy doesn't flow there, it's probably not time to go there. And Spirit is making a distinction here and saying there are times in life where we want to get ourselves to do like a habit. And we want to force ourselves because we're like, I know it would be really good for me if I woke up at 5 a.m. every morning or whatever it is. So I'm going to set my alarm, even though I ate hot Cheetos for dinner and went to bed at 4 a.m. But I set my alarm for 5. So God damn it, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do that thing. It's like, this is not setting ourselves up for success. So be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. The world wants to be kind to you. I do think a new approach is something that you find over the course of the month. So 10 of Wands sitting in the short term, Strength sitting in the long term. 10 of Wands is feeling like you have to do the heavy lifting in life. I have to make this all happen on my own. If I'm going to become this or achieve that or whatever, I have to do all of the things. Spirit is like, don't forget that you are co-creating. Something else the Queen of Pentacles knows very well. She works within a whole ecosystem, and so do you. And sometimes we can get a little caught up. You notice how this person can't even look at where they're going. They're all caught up in their wands. The wands are all they can see. If you find yourself getting a little caught up in all of your wands, take a deep breath. Literally, you know how they say breathe into your heart? I know I'm talking to an air sign, but stay with me here. Breathe into your heart. Visualize opening it up for miracles, inspiration, the right email to drop in your inbox that says, have you tried this strategy? You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, we have to open the roads for Spirit to talk to us, and they want to talk to you. They want to enrich you. Long-term future, a different approach than feeling like you have to do all the heavy lifting. It's like beginning to trust that everything is working for you, not against you. And sometimes, we have to try things the hard way to be like, oh, okay, that really wasn't it. And that's okay. Strength says you working beautifully with yourself, you transmuting things like frustration or anger or strong aversion or desire into helpful energy, really alchemizing and making that like, oh, if I'm feeling violated, then what I need is to stand up for myself. So I will not just, react to being, you're violating me. I will do the things that I need to do to take care of myself. You know what I'm talking about? take care of yourself, believe in yourself, and know that to get where you're trying to go, you actually should not have to push hard. And that pushing yourself to the point of burnout is probably a sign that actually this is either the wrong direction or at least just the wrong approach. What do you think? Let me know. That's what the comments are for. I would love to hear from you, Gemini. I appreciate your time, and I hope these messages serve you well. And if I don't see you before then I hope I will see you in your July reading. Bye-bye.